There we go. Alright. Hey guys, Ned here.
Red's about to not be here.
And we are playing Twisted Metal Black.
We are taking turns.
Yes. And I am putting this on my head. Or not. Maybe not. I'm trying not to just pick up on me. But anyways, guys, this was a PlayStation 2 game, but they have made it to where you can play it on PS4, and I believe you can play it on PS3 as well. But I, as a kid, definitely played this game a lot. I've seen somebody playing on the phone.
I've played on PS3. And I think that was it.
Ding 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 ding.
Wait, her.
But let's do this. Are we doing co-op, Last Man Standing, or deathmatch? Me and Red are going first, by the way.
I'll let you decide.
We'll do that first. Junkyard Dogs, Brimstone, Outlaw, Grim, Roadkill, Crazy 8.
Where's my action?
Dark Side, Shadow. Shadow wasn't awesome or locked. Axel's locked.
Fudge!
Oh, what's that?
Shut up, it's not fun.
Wait, does that mean? Oh no, Swing Kiss is unlocked. Oh, Dolls is locked.
That's alright.
I'll do Shadow. She's cool.
Love it. I had PlayStation 2 and 360. But we kind of busted my PlayStation.
Let's Asylum Hole.
Your dad psyched me out into busting my 360.
I keep getting notifications for some reason. I am oh no. I forgot how to go! Oh, where? Ah! Well, never mind. Where is it? Is square also it? Oh my god! Ah! Not the water, not the water! No! Leave me alone! Oh no, man, I'm good. I love you, man. Come here! I forgot how to play! I haven't played this game in so long. Where are you at? There you are. And I died. Because I was trying to figure out the controls.
You can play again.
Oh no, it's
Hi!
Oh.
Mickey Mouse just run through the floor.
I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I figured it out. There's the ball. That's coming to you. Yeah. I love you, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love you, man. I love you. Let's just die. Well, here. Where'd you go? Oh. Come here. Come here. No. Wow, they actually have trophies on here? That's cool. I am dying. And I did. And I dead. Alright,
Let's just have a little practice.
alright.
Because I obviously remember.
You might want to quit because you might want something. Do you want sweet tooth or do you want something?
Sweet
Okay.
tooth, sweet tooth.
Same level. And there's a wall. I thought you said. That's the high phone. Part of the over well, maybe we can do actual story and like evidently I love walls because of all of these scratches. There's a wall there. Another wall. Ow! Hi! Oh Lord. Nope. No thank you. Bye. I'm out. Oh, I got some help! Bye guys! We didn't even realize people were actually watching. They're having a fantastical day! No, I was already after you.
Sorry.
Double click square. Ow! That what you done? Come here! Oh, you lucky! Jeez. I barely tapped you. That's the bad part.
I
Here.
fucking love tap.
Here.
You want to practice more?
Okay, I'm gonna make it fun. Some co-op. So it'd be a little easier. I didn't even know. I could have chose dolls the whole time. The bride. There's dolls.
That's my boy right there.
Sweet Tooth is awesome.
Fucking psycho.
Yes, he is. By the way, guys, if you want to, feel free to add us on PS4, technically PlayStation. Feel free to add us because this is our GNF profile that we're playing on. So yeah. Also, if you guys want to do a few other games as well, just let us know. I can let you know what games we have. By the way, sorry for not posting lately. A lot's been going on. Life has gotten the better of all of us, honestly. But what? lives left?
I guess me, you
Your
would on.
turn.
I don't know.
I want to see the movies real quick. Wait, all unlocked. Just for now. I love seeing like the origins of everybody.
2 years I'd been locked away. Not a day went by I didn't pray to God. But I knew even He wouldn't forgive me for what I'd done.
We're gonna let you guys see the origin story.
See, God only has time for those who deserve His mercy. I just didn't qualify. But then one day I had this visitor. I knew Calypso by reputation. You don't spend 10 years on the force without knowing every dirtbag in Midtown. Seems he wanted me in his contest. He said if I won, he'd ease my pain. My God, he knew. How could he have known? Calypso said if I won the game, I'd get a chance to undo the big mistake that was eating at my soul. Redemption. That's a big thing to offer a man without a hope in hell. How can I refuse?
It's on now. Alright. Let's see Mr. Grimm.
In here, you lose track of time. Hours melt into days. Days turn into years. 30 years in my case. After so much time in solitary, I should have been getting better. But in my heart, I always knew there was no cure for what happened to me. But I kept on hoping. I knew if I waited long enough, I'd get revenge against the man who destroyed my mind. But I could only wait so long. Every day, the visions got worse. Soon I wouldn't be able to tell reality from my nightmares. But then, my life changed. He called himself Calypso. He said he ran a contest. Winner take all. In my case, first prize meant getting even with the man who stole my sanity. How could I refuse? I agreed to play.
I found your daddy, Red. He's your daddy.
By the way, guys, if you don't understand what's going on, each one of these characters, Calypso, which is like the main bad guy, offered all these people, they're all in like an asylum, but he offered all of them basically to achieve what happened to them, like revenge basically. He promised revenge to them and got them released. Now they're playing the death game. So yeah, here's John Doe.
The doctors said it was some kind of amnesia. No one could figure out who I was or where I came from. There were some days I wondered if I actually existed at all. All we had to go on were the tattoos. Somehow, they were the key to the person I was. And from the looks of them, you'd think I was a nasty piece of work. I was beginning to think I'd never discover the truth. Then, the truth just kind of waltzes in through my door. Guy's name was Calypso. He ran this contest. He tells me he can clear everything up. I tell him to get lost before I break his freaking neck. But then he shows me this picture. Me, in a suit, all nice and neat, like I was actually someone important. He said there was this whole life just waiting for me. All I had to do was win his contest. How could I refuse? Now I had a chance to get the answers I needed. Let's face it, who wants to spend the rest of their life as a nobody?
That was John Doe, No Face. Yep.
When the lights are low in this place, you get plenty of time for thinking. It beats the alternative, listening to the screams that come from every direction. Must have been years I was left alone in that darkness. But when you look like I do, it's probably for the best. My life was over, but the man who did this to me, to my face, he was still out there. But one day, I had a visitor. Guy's name was Calypso, and me to be a part of. If I entered and won, he said I'd taste the payback I'd been dreaming about. I just wanted to find the son of a bitch who destroyed my life. How could I refuse?
So what's y'all's opinion on No Face?
That does not remind me of me.
It does.
No. Bad Rick. Bad,
You
bad
always-
Mr. King.
You always got your eyes closed.
Bad Mr. King.
You know, every time I look at you got your eyes closed and you won't talk to me. But I believe that No Face is the one that drove me mad.
On to Bloody Mary.
First time I knew I was different, I was just a little girl. There was this boy I really liked. One day I finally got up the courage to tell him. He pushed me down in the mud. He called me ugly. I've been alone ever since, always waiting and hoping for that certain someone to come my way. I remember right after college, all my friends with their perfect boyfriends and their society weddings. Every time one of those bitches got hitched, I'd freak. Eventually, they had to put me on meds just to calm me down. But then one day, in the asylum, I had a visitor. The gentleman's name was Calypso. He said if I won his game, I'd never have to be alone again. He said he knew where I could find my true love. How could I refuse an offer like that? After all, no one as pretty as me deserves to be alone.
So y'all's opinion on Bloody Mary?
Fucking psycho.
Reminds me of me.
Somebody just walks up to you and says, I know where you can find your true love. You're just gonna right off the bat trust me.
No Face! Let's do this!
I was a bad girl one time. And now I'm gonna pay for what I did forever and ever and ever. I should have done what I was told. I should have been more careful. I shouldn't have defied Mr. Creel. That's why he did this to me. been alone for so long. But then, one day, I had a visitor. His name was Calypso. He said he could make it all better. He said we were gonna play a game. It was the key. The only one that could open my mask. 7 years I'd been locked away inside my doll face. If I won the contest, I'd get the key. But I've been so bad. Do I really deserve to be free?
Opinion on Dollface.
Reminds me of that.
Reminds me.
Annabelle.
Okay. Next is Raven.
My parents put me in here. They think it was Kelly's death that sent me over the edge. They thought I'd gone nuts. But you know what the truth is? They're the ones who should have been put away. There are tons of kids just like me. It was a relief to finally meet someone who understood. His name was Calypso. He ran this contest. He said if I won, I could fulfill Kelly's dying wish. I could avenge her death. So I told him I'd play his stupid game. Kelly was my best friend in the world. I would have died for her. Who knows? Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get the chance.
Opinions on Raven.
Doesn't remind me of anybody I
I'd fuck her.
Oh my god.
know.
Mr. Kanan's son. Oh, it's locked.
That's my boy.
Axel's locked. Cage is locked. Black is locked. Sweet Tooth! Let's do it.
3 months in the nut house. It was the longest I'd ever been confined. So a few people had been killed. It wasn't my fault.
Please, no, I got a family.
Shut
please.
up and bleed, you motherfucker. Well, maybe it was my fault, but I had my own problems to worry about. The old man's curse was beginning to piss me off. But then one day, he showed up. Calypso, he called himself. It was a stupid name. I wanted to kill him there and then, but he made me an offer. He said he ran some kind of crazy contest. If I won his game, he promised to show me how to bring an end to the curse. No more headaches. As much as I had those old urges of mine, I kept them to myself for the moment. I figured I'd play along with his little game. After all, I could always kill him later.
Opinions of Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth is me.
Yeah.
I agree. Credits. Oh yeah.
I see a red
I love the fact that they use
painted black.
a Rolling Stone song for this game because it's painted black and it's twisted metal black.
See a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls go by dressed in their summer.
Alright, hold on. Billy Ray.
They took everything from me. Then they put me in this hole. So I could sit and think all day long about what I'd lost. My freedom, my wife, even my pride. It was hard to know which one I missed the most. Sometimes when I'm locked up, I swore I heard the man with the plane coming back to get me. But none of it was real. It was just my head going to mush. But then, one day, I had a visitor. And that's when everything changed. He said his name was Calypso. He ran some kind of weird contest, and he was looking for people like me to be a part of it. He told me if I won, I could have the one thing my heart desired. I may be no rocket scientist, but I know opportunity when I see it. That pilot had taken a piece of my life and twisted it all around. How could I refuse the chance for revenge?
Opinions.
Kevin Bacon.
Oh my god. Preacher!
The Lord does work in mysterious ways. He giveth and he taketh away. So it was with my freedom. In my years alone in that dark place, I would often hear a voice calling to me from within.
You are my chosen one, Jedediah. You are my child, here to do my bidding.
Truly, I believed there would be no escape from the demon inside me. I wasn't even a real preacher. I was an evangelist, rejected by the church. I didn't have the strength to fight the demon alone. But one day, I was given a chance for salvation. His name was Calypso. He came to me with a proposition. If I won his contest, he would reveal the truth. It had been 2 years since the beast had entered my mind, controlling my actions, making others believe I was responsible for those killings. But now I had a second chance. I accepted the offer willingly. All I had to do was win, and a path back into the light would be opened unto me.
Opinions.
That'd make a hell of a movie.
It would. Alright. So, I think we're gonna end this here. You guys want to see more below? Till next time.
Bye.
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 Ma.
I'm gonna go cut up the
Hold on.